Arsenal 5, Crystal Palace 1. Now, there are a lot of things I liked about this performance, but there's one thing this performance has shown us is the difference actually having a striker who plays like a striker, who acts like a striker in the box shows. Because one of the things I've been seeing the past few weeks, I'm not really an XG merchant like that. I can have the stats and whatnot, but we've had a couple draws, right? And in these draws that we've had with teams like Everton and Fulham and even Brighton, right? In these draws that we've had, like if you look at XG, if you look at shots on target, shots allowed, Arsenal are always on top, right? But what I found interesting about this Crystal Palace game is if you look at the shots, Arsenal had 14 shots, 6 on target. Crystal Palace had 15 shots, 6 on target. I don't think it was an amazing performance by us. I felt like our defense had an off day. I felt like Saliba had an average game. Gabriel was okay. Timber had a decent game, but it was a bit sloppy on the ball. I think probably the only player to come out shining with any sort of credit from the match, from our back line, 100% is David Raya, alongside Jesus. Would be a pick for man of the match, all right? And then, of course, MYLES Lewis-Skelly, who I'm going to talk about later, right? But, yeah, like, Crystal Palace, they pressed us. Crystal Palace played well, right? Like, they played well. I don't think they played bad. They'll probably be looking at that game thinking, bruv, how have we lost this game 5-1, right? But you want to know how we've lost this game? Arsenal played with a striker, an actual striker that's scoring goals, right? And the interesting thing about this is that ultimately, this is the difference, right? In the games where we had higher XG, higher shots, all of this sort of stuff, yada, 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 right? There was never really any gunman. And I'm not going to be one of these guys that says, oh, Jesus is the gunman now, we don't need a striker. No, we absolutely still need to buy a striker. But you just see what difference just having a threat in the box who's going to shoot on site. You see what difference it makes to the team. Really and truly, the problem that Arsenal have had is that we rely on Saka to do this. We rely on Saka to be the gunman, right? Where's our striker? But and this is where you got to give credit to Jesus, because I was on here on AFTV, when was it? In the Nottingham Forest game, right? And I thought he had a good game. I thought Jesus played well. I thought, look, that first half, he should have scored a goal. He had a decent chance. I thought he had a good game. I'm just like, he's done everything but score a goal. And people were panning me, saying, oh, yeah. I was panned. Oh, yeah, like he had a basic game, blah, blah, blah. But you know why people are saying that? Because he didn't score. Strikers get judged on goal. But it's not just he didn't score, but he didn't, when he got the ball in the box, he looked timid. He looked afraid. He wasn't shooting, right? But if you look at this match, man, again, I'm building up to the point I'm making, that when he was in the box, the first goal, onside, didn't wait, slapped it straight away. Second goal, slapped it straight away. Even the chance he missed where he should have had a hat-trick when Martinelli scores, right? He should score that, but what happens? On-site shooting. He's not trying to beat like 4 men anymore. He's just shooting, right? And now, is he Isak? No. Is he Gyökeres? No. Is he? But I'm happy for him that he's starting to do what a striker is meant to do, which is before you can even score, you need to shoot. Just letting off shots. Letting off shots, man. Letting off shots. That's all you need to do, because it's crazy. It's like there's games you watch where strikers are on a goal drought, but you know they're getting in positions. They're missing chances, but they're taking shots. They're working the keeper. You just know, okay, a goal's going to come. Whereas I never really got that with Jesus. That's why the Crystal Palace game, I think something shifted. He's shooting a lot more. But what's the point I'm making? You see how much impact it has on the team, has on the game, because it means then it's not really just these, we don't have to rely on these fine margins. And no, we've just got someone, we give him the ball, he gets the ball in the box, he shoots. And you see what difference it makes to the team. So I know it's 2 games, but 5 goals in 2 games. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at Jesus. And now he's 100% saying to the gaffer, yo, you need to start me again. So I will expect to see him start again against Ipswich. I thought it was a good game. I was surprised with what Arteta did in terms of playing Havertz as a support striker, but like I ain't mad at it. Like I thought he was going to do the nonsense he does, where Havertz plays as the 8 that's deep, But I wasn't mad at Odegaard being there because, and this is the thing that people got to understand. It's like people say, oh yeah, Madison, Odegaard, blah, blah, blah. But like people forget, Odegaard is not a natural 10. He's an 8. He's someone who he conducts, he orchestrates, he knits things together. He's the one that facilitates the play. He's not this guy that rampages through a team and scores goals from long range. That's not Odegaard. That's not where you get the best of Odegaard. People are only fooled by that because the past 2 seasons, he's been putting up decent numbers in terms of goal returns and arriving late to the edge of the box and whatnot. But Odegaard is a facilitator. He's a conductor, right? So I think this format, this template that Arteta laid down today, I liked it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It works, obviously, when your support striker and Jesus scored as well. And it also kind of felt like a 4-4-2, even though it wasn't a 4-4-2. But, mate, long may that continue. And just a big shout out to Lewis-Skelly. Man, what a player. What a player. I said it on my fan cam on AFTV, and I'll say it. I genuinely think that Miles Lewis-Skelly, I think he could be a future Arsenal captain. Maybe people may say I'm getting carried away with this, but the reason why I'm saying that is because the maturity with which he plays with. I've not seen a player play with such maturity at his age, coming into a quite tricky season so far from us. I've not seen this since Saka. Now, I'm not saying, oh yeah, he's just like Saka. I'm just saying him and Waneri are very, very special talents, right? And I think he went under the radar a bit because people are rightly focused on Ethan. Ethan also looks a scary talent. But these guys, but what I saw from Miles Lewis-Skelly today, the composure, the mentality, the mindset to be like, you know what, these guys aren't on being composed with the ball. I never felt like there was any danger when he was on the ball. You got Saliba, you got Gabriel, even sometimes Tim, but they were very, very sloppy on the ball. So that's nothing but high praise for, what is he, 17? Absolute baller. And he's 100% cemented himself as the starting left back. I think Calafiori is going to need to work hard to win his place back into the team, because Miles Lewis-Skelly, you can't really drop him now because he's playing so well, right? So overall, there's positives for Arsenal, but I'm really, really pleased for Jesus, man. Talk about resurrection. Talk about, wow, like what a goal does for a player. But I just, and in terms of any sort of spiritual lesson that we get from it, but this is the difference. I believe, like, when there's conviction, when you have conviction on something, right? When there's conviction, the results will come. The people get too focused in on, oh, I'm looking at, okay, cool, like, is there conviction in the shooting? Is there conviction in how you go about doing things? If there's conviction, oh, don't you worry. You may be missing, you may be shooting blanks, but trust me, that goal is gonna come. Whatever their goal is, that's gonna come. So long as there's that intensity, there's that sort of hunger. And I feel like Jesus kind of lost that. But I think this is just a real key, not just a football thing, but this is just really a life thing, man. Like living life with intention, living life with nothing but deep conviction. And I feel like nowadays a lot of people are okay to live life with deep confusions, live life with deep emotions, with everything but deep conviction. Because that's what you need when you're in a tough moment. Only deep convictions will get you out of a rut. Only deep convictions will get you out of a funky mindset. Only deep convictions will help you persevere when you're in a moment where life isn't really going the way you want to go. And that's what I'm really seeing in Jesus, man. I'm seeing a lot more conviction, and it's really, really inspiring to see. So long may it continue. So yeah, I mean, these are my thoughts from the match today. Let's hope that now Arsenal can actually just get a run of wins going, and then we can start actually talking about potentially making some sort of damage in this title race and actually putting proper pressure on Liverpool. Obviously, honourable mention is Saka. The Saka injury, I saw that he was on crutches today. Yeah, we need to pray, guys. That's all. Take care.